I think most students do it because they know that they'll get a job afterward. It's a tough major, so they're not going in for an easy win. Medical terminology, psychology probably. I know there's, next year there's going to be a living learning program for healthcare, and there's lots of clubs that do mission work abroad and service work sort of stuff. Lots of people go on to get their PA or their nurse practitioner.
I know
That's
who
not
that
required. You can get a job with a bachelor's pretty easily. There's a ton of different possibilities for specializations, lots of options.
I selected nursing, like personal experience, and I just love to I love to work with people. I love to like bring changes and like make changes in people's lives. I recommend you take like chemistry. If you're already taking 105 and 107, that should be okay. And you can also take anatomy and physiology 209 or any biology courses. Okay. Nursing program doesn't really have much flexibility. Like once you're in it, you barely have a social life. I mean, it's like you barely sleep. Nursing school is a really, really intense program. You barely have you barely do anything. Like all your time and like all your focus is like towards your books. So like flexibility wise, I don't really have like any form of flexibility. You have like lectures to like go through like in a day. One lecture is like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and we cover like 500 to 700 PowerPoints in a day. So that's a lot. And on top of that, you have clinicals, like you go to the hospital, they assign you a patient. You work with the patient for 12 straight hours, and then after that, you have to complete an assignment, which is called like a care plan. It's like a 10-page assignment. And then other than that, you have lab. It's like a 5-hour lab. And you also have homework and papers for that. So like combining everything together that's like a full-time job. Nutrition 101 would be helpful. That's the easiest, like it's an easy ace, yeah. First of all, it's like you really have job security for as long as you major in anything that has to do with like healthcare, like nursing. Like once you like step out of nursing school, I mean you have a promising job out there. So like you really have high chances. I mean with like a BSN, with a bachelor degree, you're already making good money and you're guaranteed to have a job. And then you can further your studies into becoming like a nurse practitioner. And you can also do your doctorate degree. So like career-wise, like it's really broad. You can go into doctorate degree, you can do your master's, and with the bachelor's already, we're talking about like $90,000 a year. So that's a good start.
Hello, my name is Denise Crawford, and I'm a Kentucky State registered nurse at Norton's in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. I chose to be a nurse because ever since I was younger, I've always loved to help people. And I know that me being around in the hospital, knowing that I've helped a patient or made their day, being able to help them, really is something I have a passion for. So that's why I decided to be a nurse. The craziest thing that I've seen working at Norton's Hospital has to be one time I actually was helping a lady patient that I had, and her problem was she was having a problem controlling her bowel movements. So I had to go in and check on her regularly and, help her clean herself. And I went there this one particular time to help her clean herself after she got to using the restroom. And when I linked over to help her, I noticed that her uterus was actually hanging from her vaginal area, which was very odd. and good thing I called it because she didn't actually know or couldn't feel it, so we had to get her an immediate surgery. There's also been occasions where patients have come out of surgery and they'll be laying there asleep not knowing that they're bleeding everywhere. Like, it's really things that you would never imagine seeing, but nurses actually do experience a lot working in hospitals. Make sure it's something that you're passionate about, and if it is, then go for it. It's a field that you'll love, being able to help someone and make them better and comfort them, and not only them but their family members also in the hospital, because that can be a hard time for a lot of people. Take it seriously. Your schooling is very important. Go for it is all I can really say.
I think the more well-rounded you are, it would help most definitely later in life, right now as well. So yeah, the more well-rounded, more humanities courses you can take, things like that, that's what I think would be most beneficial. I think that's the good thing about the biology degree is that you can actually do so many things with a biology degree as opposed to maybe school, med school, things like that. So the thing about biology degrees is that besides going to higher educational school like med school, pharmacy school, you can do so many things like out in the real world when it comes to maybe research, things in the environment. It's basically anything in general that has to do with biology, which is a good aspect about being a biology major. So.